You sat across the table, stirring coffee just to stop. I kept reaching through the silence. You kept staring at the wall. Your phone lit up between us, a name I didn't know. And every time you didn't flinch, my heart began to go. You didn't have to say it, I could feel the shift inside. I was holding on with both hands, you were already waving goodbye. I was still in love, you were already gone, writing songs in present tense while you rehearsed moving on. You smiled like a stranger, I cried like a wife. I was still in love. Are you editing me out of your life? I wore the dress you like, pretending that it mattered, but you barely looked up, like beauty had been shattered. I laughed too loud to break the air, you just nodded slow. And I realized then, love doesn't leave, it just stops letting you know. I didn't lose you all at once, you faded in the little ways. I was still in love, you were already far, holding hands like a habit, driving in a different car. I stayed hoping something could return what we had begun, but you were already miles ahead, I just hadn't caught the run. Maybe goodbye isn't sudden, maybe it drips and disappears, and by the time it's spoken out loud, it's just confirming what we fear. I was still in love, you were already free. You let go so gently, it felt like you still needed me. But truth doesn't scream, it just hums a quiet song. I was still in love, but you were already gone. You were already gone. You were already gone. You closed the door so softly, like you didn't want to wake the part of me that still believed we didn't have to break. I heard your footsteps fading down the hall and through the floor, and I stood there in the silence, frozen by the things I swore. I rehearsed the lines for days, but when it came to letting go, I let the moment pass me by with too much left to show. Things I didn't say when you left, like please don't walk away, or I still see forever in the way you look on gray days. I wanted to say sorry, but my pride just held its breath, and all you heard was silence, things I didn't say when you left. leave a stain. You said you didn't feel the same. I should have fought for more, but I stood still while love slipped out the frame and shut the door. I whispered everything, but not loud enough for you to hear. Things I didn't say when you left, like I still dream of June, when we laughed at all the little things and danced beneath the moon. I should have said, come back to me, but silence drew the cleft. And now I'm stuck with echoes of things I didn't say. Say when you left, they fill my room each night, like I would have changed if you had asked, and you were always right. You wanted reasons, I gave space, and now there's nothing left but a lifetime full of letters of things I didn't say when you left. Things I didn't say when you left. You typed hey like nothing broke, like silence meant reset. I watched the bubbles float and stop, like words you just forget. It's been 3 months of nothing, and tonight you felt the need to check if I still bleed. But missing me at midnight isn't love at 2 p.m. And I'm not just a warm thought for when your cold begins again. Don't text me if you miss me, I don't want the ghost of lips that only reach for me when they're holding someone close. I won't be a maybe comfort, your guilt in lowercase. Don't text me if you miss me, I'm not a place you can erase. You left me with no warning, no paragraph, no fight, just blue ticks and a weekend where I didn't sleep at night. Now you wanna test the waters, toss a line into my sea, but I'm learning how to breathe. I cried enough for both of us. Don't come back now that I'm dry. Don't text me if you miss me, I've seen what you forget. You held me like a habit, not a love you ever kept. You're not a song I play again, you're just static in the sound. So don't text me if you miss me, just let me hit the ground. Maybe one day I'll forgive you, maybe I already have, but tonight I want silence more than anything we had. Don't text me if you miss me from afar, but keep your words in pocket. Don't send them to my heart. Your yesterday's goodbye echo, not tomorrow's morning sun. So don't text me if you miss me, because we're already done. Lo-fi fade with ambient vocal echo. Don't text me if you miss me. You didn't pack a suitcase, just took your phone and keys. Left your favorite sweatshirt hanging like a ghost that couldn't leave. You kissed my cheek like ritual, your smile a worn disguise. And I didn't cry until you were gone, because I was still inside the light. You exited in whispers, no fireworks or fight, but silence screamed in every step as day bled into night. You left me softly like a dream that fades at dawn. No broken glass, no slamming doors, just a breath and then you're gone. But it hurt so loud inside me, like my soul refused to sleep. You left me softly, but the wound went far too deep. I checked the door 10 times that week, like maybe you forgot. But all I found were echoes and a coffee mug still hot. I called your name into the dark, though I knew you'd never hear. Still I spoke like you were listening, still I hoped you'd reappear.
Quiet doesn't mean painless. Gentle still breaks hearts.
You left me softly, no argument to replay, just quiet like a curtain fall. No words to make me stay, but the silence now surrounds me like 1,000 marching drums. You left me softly, but the pain still loudly comes. They say peace is kinder, but I think they never knew that softness can be sharper when goodbye is laced in blue. You left me softly like the closing of a book, and I stayed there rereading every line and every look. You thought you spared me sorrow by slipping through the sound, but you left me softly, and it's the loudest loss I've found. Soft echo, fading piano. You left me softly, but it hurt loudly. Lonely piano chords, ambient pad slowly blooming behind. It wasn't the way you stopped touching my hand or or the way your voice got small. It wasn't your suitcase by the doorway, it wasn't the final call. I didn't break when you said goodbye, I didn't scream or fall apart. But when the room stayed quiet after you, that's when I lost my heart. Because silence doesn't leave like love does. It lingers long after it's through. Love didn't break me, silence did. The words you never gave me, the things you kept hid, the pauses in your sentences, the weight behind your lid. It wasn't love that cracked me, it was the silence you slid. I begged you in my breathing, I asked without a sound, I sang with all my gestures while you looked at the ground. You left me mid-conversation, not a whisper, not a thread. I thought I could survive heartbreak, but not the things you never said. You could have hurt me with the truth, but instead you just disappeared. Love didn't break me, silence won. It pulled my hope like thread, unraveled every sun. I searched the dark for meaning, but your voice had none. You didn't tear me down, you just didn't say some hearts shatter loudly, but mine broke in the hush, where you stopped trying, and I stopped being enough. Love didn't break me, silence stayed. It walked beside me every night and rewrote what we made. You disappeared so gently, but your silence still invades. It wasn't love that left me bleeding, it's the quiet that remains. Echoes out. Love didn't break me, silence did. I packed the car with shaking hands, left the key beside the door, drove off through streets we named together, not knowing what was in store. The radio played our favorite song, I turned it down and cried, because you didn't say don't go, and I didn't ask why. But somewhere past the city lights, where your shadow couldn't chase, I realized I left something that time could not replace. Half of me stayed in the way you said my name, in the books we never finished, in the picture in that frame. I drove away on paper, but my heart forgot the way, because when I left your arms, half of me Your coffee cup still on the shelf, untouched for endless weeks. I thought I could rewrite us, find a chapter just for me, but endings feel more empty when you never set them free. I wanted to be brave, but love didn't follow. Half of me stayed with the dog still on the porch, with the song we always danced to, and your hoodie on the floor. I searched for something new to hold, but nothing feels the same, because even when I left, half of me stayed. You never begged, I never ran. We just let silence make the plan, but I still trace your name in it. Like maybe you still care. Half of me stayed, not in footsteps, but in sound, in the laughter through the walls, in the scent that still surrounds. I'm living somewhere else now, but I don't know how to say that I'm not fully gone, 'cause half of me stayed. Soft piano echo fading. Half of me stayed. Soft piano, ambient textures rising slowly behind. You packed your bag so quietly, no storm, no final plea, no slam of doors, no angry words, just a ghost of used to be. I waited for the thunder, the dramatic fall apart, but all you left behind was a space around my heart. You didn't say it's over, didn't even close the door. You just faded from the frame, like you were there before. You forgot to break my heart, just left me standing still. No tearful scene, no shattered dreams, just a slow unspoken chill. I waited for the aching, for the screaming in the dark, but all I got was silence. You forgot to break my heart. Your toothbrush stayed a little while, like it hadn't caught the news. Your scent still haunts the hallway, like love I didn't choose. You didn't end the story, just stop writing me apart. No final line, no bleeding ink. You just walked off with my start. Was I not worth a goodbye? Not even enough to hurt. You forgot to break my heart. No cracks, no final blow, just absence in the kitchen, and a love you didn't show. I braced for some good forgot to break my heart. Maybe that's the cruelest cut, to leave me feeling whole, but hollow in the places where you used to hold my soul. You forgot to break my heart. You just erased your name. No flood of tears, no reasons clear, just echoes lost in shame. I beg for pain or closure, some fire, some kind of spark, but you vanished like a whisper and forgot to break my heart. Fading with ambient swell, you forgot to break my heart. I kept the dress I wore that night, the one you said was gold, and what lives inside my closet, where our love still grows cold. I tried it on for closure, but it pulled me back instead, to the way you looked right through me, and the words you never said. Is it too easy now, like time forgot to hold? But it still come to all the moments, but you left untold. I cried in a dress I wore for you, mascara on my hand, memories bleeding too. I twirled alone just like I used to do, but this time the mirror whispered, he never really knew you. I lit the same cheap candles, played our old slow song, pretended you were late, not gone this morning. I poured the wine and smiled for no one, danced until I fell, and realized grief was sad too, when there's no one left to tell. It still fits, but you don't. I cried in the dress I wore for you, staring at the heels I thought you'd carry me through. You call me beautiful, but not enough to choose. always said you hated noise, kept your words behind your teeth. You loved me in the quiet, like a secret underneath. I gave you my whole volume, every note I had to give, but you preferred the silence and forgot to let me live. You chose a softer ending, so soft I didn't see. But love without expression was never love for me. I hope she loves you louder, not afraid to say your name, not just whispers in the dark or half a heart to claim. I hope her joy surrounds you like a voice that won't be tamed. I hope she loves you louder than I ever gotta be named. You flinched when I was open, pulled away when I got close, said you didn't like attention, but you needed it the most. I danced alone in spotlights, hoping you would take the stage, but you hid behind the curtains while I outgrew the cage.
I wasn't too much. You were just too quiet for what I gave.
I hope she loves you louder, so you finally feel the weight of someone who won't hesitate or learn to suffocate. I hope she sings your name in public and wraps you up in grace. I hope she loves you louder than I was ever safe to face. Some hearts don't echo, they only absorb, and some of us scream just to be heard once more. I hope she loves you louder, no whispers, no delay, no fear of being too much, no shrinking self to stay. If you couldn't hold my voice, may hers become your sky. I hope she loves you louder, and you finally ask why. Guitar fading, echoing vocals. I hope she loves you louder. I still keep your toothbrush by the sink, untouched but clean. Your coffee cup sits on the shelf like it's still part of the routine. The porch lights on at midnight, though no footsteps hit the floor. I haven't moved your jacket, it still hangs behind the door. They say I should forget you, but I can't unmake the space. So I leave the world how you left it, in case you miss this place. In case you come back, I leave the light on, play your favorite song, pretend you've just been gone. I keep your side of the bed, worn with dreams I can't unpack. I case you come back. I write letters I don't send just to keep the words alive, and whisper to your ghost each night to feel like I survived. The calendar still says April, the last day you were here. I let the pages gather dust so I don't count the years. I know it's foolish, but love doesn't care for pride. In case you come back, I water both our plants, still set 2 plates for dinner, still fold your jeans and pants. I haven't told my heart the truth, I let it play the track of every step you might still take. In case you come back. Does that mean you're truly gone? Or do I keep the door half open and the hallway light turned on? In case you come back, I hold the silence still, leave a trail of old perfume, the one I know gave you a thrill. The world moved on, but I stand here facing what just preparing. In case you come back. Piano softly fading, ambient breath sound. In case you come back. Always had one foot outside the door, even when you said forever and swore. I waited while you wandered, loved through every pause, made excuses for your distance, and still believed because I thought love meant holding on even when you didn't reach. But your silence had its language, and I learned what it would teach. I was the one who stayed through storms you wouldn't name, through promises you whispered just to keep me in the frame. I held the light when you went dark, still hoping you'd be swayed. You left 1,000 times, but I was the one who stayed. I sent you songs you never played, words you didn't read, left notes on empty pillows you never thought to need. You kissed me out of habit, not from something deep inside, and still I watched the sunset with you while you watch time pass by. Staying doesn't mean you're loved, sometimes it just means you're alone. I was the one who stayed while you looked for something more, while I kept the fire burning behind a closing door. I loved you like a promise, while you treated love like trade. You walked away in pieces, stayed, and that's what hurts the most. Not the lies, not your goodbye, but the ghost behind the ghost. You drifted off so slowly until love just slipped and frayed. You don't remember leaving, but I remember I stayed. Soft piano fade, ambient wind like echo. I was the one who stayed. Your side of the bed still colder than mine. I reach out in the morning like it's frozen in time. The pillow remembers what your shoulder used to do, and every morning reminds me I'm still waking up with you. Though the closet's half as full, the silence feels twice as loud. Your absence has a rhythm that still plays through every sound. I'm still waking up with you, though you've long let go of me. Still make 2 cups of coffee out of muscle memory. I talk to you in whispers like the dream might still be true. I'm not alone in this bed. I'm still waking up with you. I lay your hoodie on the chair like you'll need it after sleep, and set an extra place for dinner I'll pretend you meant to keep. Your voice still echoes softly when I open every drawer. I live in all the mornings that don't feel like ours no more.
It's not the nights that break me, it's the way each day begins.
I'm still waking up with you, though your car is never there. I still check my phone for messages you'll never think to share. My heart resets at sunrise like it's stuck in something new, but the light always reminds me I'm still waking up with you. I close my eyes and find you, but you vanish with the dawn. And though the clock keeps ticking, it feels like you're not gone. I'm still waking up with you, in the scent that's on my sheets, in the way the mirror fogs where you once kissed my cheeks. I move through every morning with a love I can't undo, though you stop dreaming of me. I'm still waking up with you. I'm still waking up with you. You left without a warning, like a whisper in the wind. No final fight, no midnight call, no line that you would send. One day you were beside me, next day just a name. And I'm stuck here with the questions you never dared to name. I braced myself for grieving, but you gave me something less. No closure, no confession, just a hollowed out yes. I never got to miss you. You disappeared too fast. You turned to mist before my eyes, like we were never past. I reached out for the sadness, but you didn't leave a bruise. You left too clean, too quiet for a heart I didn't choose. I saved a night for crying, but the tears just never came. No scent left on your pillow, just the echo of my name. You were gentle with your leaving, like I'd barely made a sound. But kindness that forgets you is still a form of drown. I wanted to miss you, but you left nothing to hold. I never got to miss you, just a silence far too wide. No anger, no regret, just space you didn't occupy. You vanished like a secret that the wind refused to lose. You didn't break my heart. Something real, but absence that's too quiet is the hardest thing to feel. I never got to miss you, though I wrote the songs for pain. But you slipped beneath the melody without a note to name. Silence where your echo should come through. I wanted time to miss you, but you never let me do. Fading piano, soft ambient pad. You said all the right things in all the wrong ways. Held me like a memory, just waiting to fade. You laughed like we were timeless, but your eyes betrayed the clock. And I built a home in silence while you were picking locks. Now I'm stuck inside a feeling that you never tried to grow. Was it ever really real if you couldn't let it show? How do I miss what you never meant? A house with no foundation, just walls of good intent. I filled the space with echoes of promises you bent. How do I miss what you never even meant? You called me your forever, but your calendar was bare. I brought you in the sunlight, you left me in the air. I saved a place beside me you never planned to fill. Now I'm hugging empty questions and the weight of standing still. Was it love? Or was I just convenient? How do I miss what you never claimed? You said I was your heart, but never learned my name. I danced in shoes you bought, but you never joined the floor. How do I miss the person who was never really sure? You gave just enough to keep me, but not enough to stay. And now I'm mourning something that never chose to stay. How do I miss what you never meant? I cry for something shapeless, like a love that came and went. I write you in the verses like you're meant to be the end. How do I miss what you never tried to send? Never tried to send. Fading piano echo, I miss you, but did you mean a thing? You said it wasn't perfect, but nothing ever is. You kissed my forehead gently, then vanished in the mist. I didn't know that goodbye could sound like a simple sigh. Now I sit inside the silence, still asking myself why. You didn't need a reason, didn't need to explain, but I'm left with all this meaning and an echo of your name. What do I do with the love you left? It fills the rooms and steals my breath. It lingers like a perfume that won't fade. I try to clean it, but it stays. What do I do with the dreams we drew? They don't belong to just me and you. You moved on like it was theft. Now I'm stuck with the love you left. Your cup's still in the sink, your shoes beneath the bed. The ghost of your intentions wrapped around the things you said. I wash the sheets, but they still speak of nights you used to stay. And every time I turn the key, it's like you never went away. I didn't get to choose this love alone, but now I wear it like a second skin. What do I do with the love you left? The warmth I still won't second guess. The way I flinch when someone calls your name, like healing's just another game. I keep the light on in the hall, pretending someday you might call. You gave me less than what you kept, but I still hold the love you left. Maybe love isn't equal. Maybe hearts don't break in twos, but I gave you every corner shoes. What do I do with the love you left? It echoes deep inside my chest. It isn't gone, it just transformed into something I'm worn. I'll find a way to use it true, to build a world not built on you. But for now it's just my breath, this love you left. Fading piano